Now, some folks spend their free time on frivolous things, video games, fancy cocktails with little umbrellas, you name it. But me, I like to get my hands dirty, feel the grain of real wood under my fingertips. There's a certain honesty to it, a connection to the earth and the materials we build with. Woodworking, it's more than just a hobby. It's a tradition as old as time itself. From the rough-hewn furniture of our ancestors to the intricate carvings of master craftsmen, woodworking has shaped our world. And the best part, it's not some arcane secret reserved for a select few. Whether you're building a bookshelf, crafting a toy for your kid, or just whittling a piece of wood by the fire, there's a deep satisfaction that comes from creating something with your own two hands. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. The foundation of any woodworking project worth its salt starts with accurate measurements. It's the bedrock upon which everything else is built. You can have the finest timber in the world, but if your measurements are off, your project's gonna be off. Precision is key. Now, you'll be dealing with two main units of measurement, inches and centimeters. Understanding both is crucial. Get yourself a good quality measuring tape and a reliable ruler. These are your best friends in the workshop. Learn them, live them, love them. They're indispensable tools. When you're measuring, make sure your tape is straight and flush with the edge of your wood. This ensures accuracy. Don't be afraid to double check your work. It's better to be safe than sorry. Remember, we're aiming for precision here. Every millimeter counts. Once you've got your measurements down, it's time to mark your cut lines. This is where your project starts to take shape. Use a sharp pencil to make a clear, visible line. A dull pencil can lead to inaccuracies. This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. Your marks guide your cuts. A precise mark means a precise cut. It's as simple as that. Now, I'm talking about precision, not speed. Take your time, be deliberate. This ain't a race. Quality over speed. Rushing leads to mistakes, and mistakes lead to frustration, and nobody wants that. Slow and steady wins the race. Think of it like this. A good carpenter respects his tools and his materials. This respect is fundamental. That respect shows in the care and attention he puts into every measurement, every mark. It's a sign of craftsmanship. And don't even think about blaming your tools if your measurements are off. Own your work. A true craftsman takes responsibility for his work every step of the way. It's a matter of pride. There's a reason they say, measure twice, cut once. It's a golden rule. It's because getting those measurements right the first time is crucial. It sets the stage for everything else. It saves you time, it saves you material, and it saves you a whole lot of grief in the long run. Efficiency is key. So get yourself a good measuring tape, a sharp pencil, and start practicing. Practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Repetition builds skill. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be able to eyeball a measurement like a seasoned pro. Keep at it. We've measured, we've marked. Now it's time for the heart of woodworking, cutting the wood. This is where precision meets skill. And just like a good cast iron skillet needs the right seasoning, a woodworker needs the right saw. The right tool can make all the difference. First up, the classics, hand saws. These are the workhorses of woodworking, folks, reliable and versatile. You got your crosscut saw for cutting across the grain, your rip saw for cutting with the grain. Each has its own unique function, each one has its purpose, its own personality, you might say. Understanding this is key. Learn their strengths, respect their limitations. This knowledge will serve you well. Now, I understand in this day and age, folks gravitate towards those newfangled power tools. And I'll admit, power saws like your circular saws and jigsaws, they can speed things up. They bring efficiency to the table, but with great power comes great responsibility. Handle them with care. Before you even plug in that power saw, you better be darn sure you know how to use it safely. Safety is paramount. Eye protection, folks, that's non-negotiable. Your eyes are invaluable. And a dust mask? Treat your lungs with the same respect you treat your tools. Clean air is essential. When it comes to cutting, whether you're using a handsaw or a power saw, the key is control. Precision is everything. Don't force it. Let the saw do the work. Patience is a virtue here. And always keep your fingers clear of that blade. Safety first. A steady hand comes from practice. Repetition builds skill. Start with some scrap wood, get a feel for the saw, how it bites into the wood, how it wants to move. Familiarity breeds confidence. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, that's how you learn. Every error is a lesson, but remember, safety first, always. It's the golden rule. A careless woodworker is a danger to himself and everyone around him. Vigilance is key. Treat those saws with respect and they'll treat you right back. Mutual respect goes a long way. Now get out there and make some sawdust, enjoy the process and the results. We've cut our wood to size, now it's time to refine it, smooth it, make it sing. This, my friends, is where the art of sanding comes in. Some folks might find it tedious, but I find it meditative. Sandpaper. Don't let its rough exterior fool you. It's a key tool in a woodworker's arsenal. It comes in different grits, from rough to fine, each serving a purpose. Coarse grits for removing material, finer grits for smoothing. You can sand by hand, feeling the wood grain even out under your fingertips, or you can use power sanders for larger projects. Both have their merits. A belt sander for quick work, an orbital sander for a fine finish. The key to sanding, like any good woodworking technique, is patience. Don't rush it. Start with a coarser grit and work your way up, always moving with the grain of the wood. Feel the wood with your hands as you go. You'll know when it's right. That smooth, almost silky texture, free of imperfections. That's the mark of a job well done. Remember, sanding isn't just about removing imperfections, it's about preparing the wood for the finish, allowing it to truly shine. A well-sanded surface will accept stain and finish evenly, enhancing the natural beauty of the wood. So don't underestimate the importance of this step. Take your time, use the right grit for the job, and enjoy the process. Because a smooth finish, my friends, is a thing of beauty. All right, folks, we've measured, we've cut, we've sanded. Each step is crucial in preparing our materials for the final assembly. Now it's time to bring it all together to create something that's greater than the sum of its parts. This is where the magic happens. This is where we talk about joinery, the art and science of connecting pieces of wood. Joining wood is like a handshake, a sign of respect between pieces. It's a bond that must be strong and reliable. It's not enough to just slap them together. Precision and care are essential. A good joint needs to be strong, durable, and frankly, it should look darn good too. It's a blend of functionality and aesthetics. There are countless joints in the woodworking world, each with its own quirks and complexities. From simple to intricate, each serves a purpose. But for a beginner, mastering a few basic joints is a good place to start. It lays the foundation for more advanced techniques. You've got your butt joint, the simplest of them all. It's straightforward and easy to understand. It's just what it sounds like, butting two pieces of wood together, simple yet effective in the right context. Now, it ain't the fanciest joint, but it has its uses. It's often used in basic framing and simple constructions. Then there's the dado joint, where you cut a groove into one piece of wood to accept another piece. It's a bit more complex, but offers a stronger connection. It's like a puzzle piece, fitting snug and secure, perfect for shelving and cabinetry. And let's not forget the rabbet joint, where you cut a recess along the edge of one piece of wood to accept another. Strong, simple, effective, ideal for making boxes and frames. Now, to hold these joints together, we use a few trusty companions: glue, screws and nails. Each plays a vital role in the construction process. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Understanding these can make or break your project. Glue, for example, creates a bond that's stronger than the wood itself, but it requires clamping and patience. The weight is worth it for a bond that lasts. Screws offer strength and can be adjusted, while nails are quick and efficient. Each has its place in the woodworker's toolkit. The key is to choose the right joining method for the job at hand. Consider the demands of your project and don't be afraid to combine techniques for added strength and durability. Sometimes a hybrid approach is best. Remember, a well-executed joint is a testament to a woodworker's skill and attention to detail. It's a mark of craftsmanship. It's the difference between a piece that falls apart and a piece that stands the test of time. Quality joinery is the backbone of lasting woodworking. We're in the home stretch now, folks, the finish. This is where your project truly comes alive, where the natural beauty of the wood gets to take center stage. Now, just like you wouldn't wear a fine suit without shining your shoes, you shouldn't let a woodworking project go unfinished. A good finish protects the wood and enhances its natural beauty. First up, you might want to consider a stain. Stains are like magic potions, adding color and depth to the wood. From rich browns to warm reds, the options are endless when applying stain. Remember, less is more. Apply a thin coat, let it soak in and wipe off any excess. You can always add more coats to deepen the color. Once your stain has dried, it's time to apply a protective finish. This could be varnish, polyurethane, or any number of other options. A good finish will protect your project from scratches, moisture, and the general wear and tear of life. Apply your finish in thin, even coats, allowing each coat to dry completely before applying the next, and don't rush it. A little patience here goes a long way. This final step, this finishing touch, it's about more than just aesthetics. It's about preserving your hard work, ensuring that your creation will be enjoyed for generations to come. So, choose your finish wisely, apply it with care, and take pride in knowing that you've given your project the protection it deserves. So there you have it, folks, the basics of woodworking. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot to take in, and you're right, but don't let that intimidate you. The beauty of woodworking is that it's a journey, not a destination. Start with simple projects, practice your skills, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow. There are countless resources out there to guide you on your woodworking adventure. Books, magazines, online communities. Surround yourself with fellow woodworking enthusiasts, share your passion, and never stop learning.